Hello, good evening, everyone. Happy Saturday. Hopefully, our power stays on and our internet keeps working. It is storming like crazy, and it was only a couple days ago that we lost power for the entire night. So I'm hoping that this will not be another repeat of that because the wind is blowing.
We're in the middle of an atmospheric river.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Lots of rain.
It's just a lot of rain and a lot of wind.
But here we are. It's much better to be
hi to some people
inside than outside right now. Okay.
Scrolling.
Okay, Dana Wallum. That's a new name.
Yeah.
Hello.
Cheers.
If you're still here, thanks for being here. Chris Jenkins, John Matlick. Dave Vogel saying, hey, what's up? Major Zero. Whiskey Bank, I'm glad to see you're here.
It's always nice good when the guest is here.
It is. Michael Bortner, hello. Sorry, I'm picking up a snack. I want to bite into it, but I will take that away from my mouth while I keep saying hi. RJ the Fed, hey, what's up? Big Cat.
Nice.
Michael Bortner, William Reynolds.
Cheers.
Cheers. I like bourbon a lot. I like this comment. Just melted my debit card Christmas shopping. I know what that feels like.
I know the feeling.
Luckily, I started doing that like 2 months ago. I just kind of fill up my closet and then tell everyone not to look unless they want to know what they're getting for Christmas because I'm not hiding it. AB, hello. Samoan Barkeep. Bloody 81, cheers. Russ L, Washington Whiskey. Peter White. Miles Bourbon Traveler. Whiskey Panda. Mark Gale. At you guys all being here right at the start. That's wonderful. Eric Gunderson. I almost went to bite into that again.
Cheers, Eric.
Set it down. Rebecca Boyle. That's a new name. Hello.
Cheers,
Thanks
Rebecca.
for
Welcome
being here.
to the show.
Let's see. Canadian Chris. Hello.
What's up, eh?
Gandy Road. Echoes of Eternity Bourbon. I can't believe you guys stayed out there all night long in that parking lot for the bourbon drop. I don't know what that's like. It seems a little wild and crazy, fun and awful, all in one thing.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to experience it at least once.
Yeah, we just have to go.
Show me the proof. That's a new one.
Yeah, welcome. William Hall. I think I'm almost down there.
Getting real close.
Lots of the same names.
Marvin.
Oh, hello, Marvin. Whiskey Wine 101. Whiskey Nose. Oh, I haven't seen you here in a while either.
Marty, cheers, buddy.
Sorry, I just am really wanting a snack right now.
I see story time down there. Shane, cheers. Bloody 81. Z-Man, cheers.
This is a pretty good start for chat.
You know, I say it week after week, but seriously, all the cool kids are here.
Feels like it.
You're just scrolling and scrolling. Are you finally down to the bottom?
I think I'm down at the bottom. So we had our star moment the other day. We for the first time we were out bourbon hunting and
big surprise.
And we went into a store and someone recognized us. It was the weirdest thing, but it was also kind of cool. but it was super weird. I was like, someone knows who I am.
He just walked right up. He's like, I've seen your videos. I know you too. I watch you. I wish I remembered his name. I would shout him out. He did say his name, and I like committed it to memory, but my memory is just shit. So sorry.
And then we started drinking.
Yeah, we started drinking. Sorry, buddy. We appreciate meeting you. You were super cool. Yeah, we were at a store in Portland, Oregon, Rose City Liquor. We were grabbing a 1792 full proof store pick, and he was there for the exact same thing. And you know, we were grabbing those together and talked for a few minutes and then went our separate ways. Hopefully we run into each other again sometime.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. So what's everyone drinking tonight? Let's see it in the chat. We said in our intro video, we were going to drink the Revolver. I made this video on Wednesday and I didn't realize that the Revolver had coffee liqueur in it. And I am not a coffee guy.
He said, no, we're not drinking that. So we switched.
So we did the little shimmy, and in honor of our guest tonight, we are going to drink some soju bombs. And if you're not familiar with that, we've got some Jinro grapefruit soju, and some cheap Busch Light beer.
Yeah, Busch Light, because we didn't have any.
And we didn't have the Height, which is the Korean beer. So we're gonna drop them in and do that when David comes on the screen. So bear with us for a few minutes. Shout out to Whiskey Boys and Bourbon Beats. Those are the two channels that we highlighted in the intro. Up and comers, check them out, show them some love, give them a sub. Our Advent tournament is chugging along.
It's going.
We just filmed
a third of the way through it. Yeah. More than a third of the way through it.
I mean, we might have a slight buzz right now because we just filmed like 5 episodes of it earlier today. Big surprise, we don't film them every day.
We also had to refilm some because we screwed up our
it's a lot of whiskey and it's hard to keep track.
We screwed up our calendar.
We screwed up one.
And well, when you screw up one, it messes things up. So we had to refilm.
Yep. So join Discord, guys. It's free. Links are everywhere. I say it every week. It's I think we got like 40,
I don't know.
40 people in there now. Not a ton, but enough to keep some nice conversations going. We got Patreon. Join that if you want. If you are a Patreon member, start checking your mailboxes. The Baker Drinks Patreon Christmas gifts started showing up to people yesterday. It is Porch Pirate season. I don't want them sitting out there and getting lost. So if you are a Patreon, be checking your mailbox every day. If you're not a Patreon and you want to get in on that, we could send you the same gift we send everybody else if you joined, and it would be there by Christmas, probably if you joined in the next week. If not, that's cool. Thanks for watching us anyways.
You're feeling generous. It is the season.
It is the season, right? It's some cool gifts. I don't want to give it away. If some of you have already got them, I know Mark Gale, yours should be in the mail today, I saw. So if you haven't checked your mailbox, go check it. But it's a couple things. It's something that I made personally. So you got that personal touch to it. I like that. 1250 subscriber giveaways coming up. We're going to give away the McKenna 10-year and the Maker's Mark Cask Strength Dunker. What do we got? 15 subs to go, something
like that. Close to it.
We're getting real close. So maybe in the next week or two, we'll be doing that. I'm going to throw these behind the curtain, get them off the desk here so I have some space. Tonight's giveaway, it's already boxed up, ready to go. 2 sets of 4 2-ounce samples from our personal collection. When Laura says put the code word in the chat, you know what to do. We'll capture all that. We'll put it on the wheel. We'll get you guys in for the spin. Everybody that enters that code gets one for free. If you're a patron, you get some extra spins based on your tier. And as always, super chats will get extra spins, not required. But if you feel like you just absolutely have to have some samples from us and you don't want to take a chance of your one free spin, who am I to turn down your super chat? So a couple cool things. Super cool. Today is the 1-year anniversary of the very first Baker Drinks video.
It is. I actually forgot about it until I logged into YouTube Studio and it said congratulations or something. It's been a year. Oh, it has.
which means in about a month, it'll be the 1-year anniversary from when I found out we had a channel.
Yeah.
Because Laura started it all without me. And she did great. A lot of you guys have been with her from the beginning. I know Dave Vogel sang, and
AB was pretty early on.
Quite a few of you have been on from the beginning. Also, another cool thing. So if you watched our live stream last week with Bad Axe Bourbon Bobby, during that live stream, he was chopping at his table with his axe, and this chip flew out of the table And
does it count as a chip? It's pretty big.
This chunk flew out of the table. He put the date on it. He signed it and he sent it to us to commemorate the event. So we're going to put that up here on the wall with a couple other things. And that means a lot to us. So thank you, Bobby, if you're watching. If not, that's cool too. I know he's at like some big cowboy celebration in Vegas. Been showing lots of pictures on his Patreon with his cowboy hat and his big mustache. That's all kind of cool.
That sounds fun.
That's all I got. Let's bring out our guest.
Yeah, so we've got our guest. We've got David from Whiskey Bank. Let's bring him on. Hello.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
How are you?
Yep. Yeah, we hear you just fine.
Fantastic. Good. I'm nervous. I think I was nervous when I did my first live a couple weeks ago, and then now I'm just as nervous. I thought it'll get a little better. No, it's not getting any better.
You know what? The alcohol helps.
It does. It does. I didn't want to get too drunk, pre-drinking beforehand, so I could at least talk to you guys and answer some questions, I guess.
Well, that's cool. We do this every Saturday, and I ain't gonna lie, there's a little flutter in my stomach when she hits go live every time.
If you can't tell by his sudden shock, it's not going to happen right at the end of the video every single time. And he makes the video, so he knows when it ends. I don't understand his shock.
Yeah. So we got these soju bombs. I remember when you were on with Whiskey Wisdom, you guys had talked about them briefly, and he didn't know what they were, but we sure did, and we absolutely love them.
Yeah, I should have joined you guys, but I drank all my soju last Saturday, and so I forgot to refill it. But it's a good thing because you don't want me to get soju bombs here. That might become a mess.
Yeah, we're gonna just drink one now.
He's dropping hers in. I'm bombing it.
Cheers, guys.
And for those of you who are not familiar,
you put a lot of beer in that one.
I put a lot of soju in that too. I wanted it to be above. I wanted it to be above the level of the shot glass. But for those of you who are not familiar, soju is kind of like a Korean vodka, almost about 18%.
Correct.
Even that strong.
Yeah, that one's a little bit weaker, probably like 16, and then it goes up to 24, 40, depending on which one you get. Yeah.
Yeah, this one's a real light one. It's only 13%.
Oh, okay.
It's all flavor, not that much alcohol.
But that's the grapefruit one. It's pretty good.
Yeah. No, it's great.
Yeah. So, David, how you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm good. A little tired. It's the weekend. So what I did, I went whiskey hunting in the morning. I get up really early, like at 7, walk the dogs, go out of my house by 8. And then I, go around for 3 hours, hit about 5-6 places, and then come back home and clean the house.
That's
all I do.
I mean, that's a lot of bourbon hunting, 3 hours worth. I guess.
I mean,
when we do it,
we probably drive almost an hour each way when we go bourbon hunting because the town we live in, the stores here are like museums. We can't hunt here. We gotta get out and we find some stuff there.
Yeah, I don't go too far, but most of the time I just, I talk to the guys or I talk to whoever's working, and it takes about 15, sometimes 20 minutes just talking to them and seeing how they're doing. And so that actually probably takes the most amount of time, not to travel. So,
yeah.
Well, that sounds more interesting though, to talk to people at the stores. I don't mind that.
Were you successful? Did you find anything good?
No, actually, today was the first time in a long time I bought nothing. I think I didn't even buy a vodka. I got nothing today. Today was actually the bourbon drop day here in Southern California. I'm pretty sure some guys in the chat might know, but our total wine got Weller 12, Weller Full Proof, Stag. Some got a Heaven Hill 17 from last year.
Wow.
The 135th Four Roses special. Everything got released, and I didn't go. I guess I don't know what. I guess I just.
Yeah, I think it was here in Washington as well. I was messaging Simone Barkeep Tolley earlier, and he was saying that his Total Wine, they put out a list, and there was some Blanton store picks and some other stuff that that's pretty allocated on the list, and pretty big quantities of each one. I mean, I'm a Grand Reserve member, and they didn't even message me and say, "Hey, we're doing this." So
Yeah, I didn't know. You didn't mention it to me either.
I was just out in the wood shop cleaning all day, so I missed it as well. I didn't even have an opportunity.
Yeah, no, same here. I think the one that everyone had it was the closest one to me was in Brea, which is about 50 minutes from me. And so if I knew they were gonna have that drop, I would have gone. I would have spent the 3 hours at other places. I would have spent the 3 hours over there. But no, I only found out after everything was gone. So
yeah, I'm sure by the time we would have found out, everything would have been gone too. Because I definitely didn't know about it until just now.
Until just now. No, I knew about an hour and a half ago when he was texting me, but by then it's too late. I wouldn't have had time to get there and back before this.
No. But I wasn't gonna go live by myself. I need someone right here to talk.
I mean, I'm sure you could have handled it, but I enjoy this too much. I get those butterflies, but I absolutely love doing this. So
that's good.
So we've got about almost 40 people in the chat here. I'm sure most of them know who you are, but for those that don't, why don't you take a couple minutes, tell us who you are and a little bit about yourself, if you don't mind.
I practiced this, but then I kind of forgot what I practiced. So here we go. My name is David. I run a YouTube channel, Whiskey Bank. I started this channel just for fun. And working at a bank, I just thought maybe it would be cool to name it Whiskey Bank, which wasn't really cool and isn't really that creative, but it worked out. And so, like I just said, I work at a bank, so I'm more into the economics of everything, and so I try to factor in the time and price of the whiskeys and see if it's worth getting it, because a lot of times I'll go to the liquor store, and I think some of my first videos I kind of mentioned this is, like, you go to a liquor store and obviously you have to choose between like 2 or 3, and you can only get one, or there's 5 you want, you can only get 2. And obviously, there's some that's good and there's some that's bad, but it's like some are like $60, some are $80, some are $200. And I'm like, how much better could the $200 be? And is it really worth getting it? Is it worth the upgrade? I guess one of my video titles. And so I guess from that, I kind of made the channel focused on more of that, the economics or the restraint of our resources. And it's taking me here. And so I think I've been doing this for now 8 months or so. And so it's been a lot of fun. I didn't know it was gonna be this hard. I'll be honest with you. Since I guess I mentioned, but I work at a bank, and so I had no idea what to do. I never recorded anything. I never posted anything on YouTube. I don't even do Facebook. So I didn't know how to edit. And so I had to look all that up. I think I took about a month of just watching YouTube on how to make a YouTube video and how to edit videos. And then I started it, and I'm hoping it worked out, and my videos are, okay to watch.
Yeah, I mean, I sure enjoy them. I really like how, like, when you're given your nosing notes and your flavor notes, you put like pictures of the stuff that you're smelling and tasting on there. I think that's pretty unique to this like genre, and I really appreciate you doing that. I always enjoy watching your videos.
Oh, thank you. No, I watched I think I watch a lot of YouTube. So either obviously for whiskey, but for other stuff. And I was watching, I think, a single malt review guy from First Fill is, I think, his title. And his editing is awesome. I could never probably get there, but that's what he did, was he put the tasting notes of whatever he tasted or nosed it into the video. And I was like, holy shit, that's awesome. Like, I actually liked seeing it. So I was like, okay, how do I do it? So again, I took about a week of YouTube watching in order to learn how to do it. It wasn't that hard, but then, it's a good thing, but it's a bad thing because it's hard to do. It takes a long time. It's I think the worst thing, not the worst thing, but the grind of editing, because of those pictures and all the things I do. I think every video is about 3 hours or 4 hours of editing, which that's the part that always gets me a little bit. I love the recording part, the drinking part. It's great. I can do that all day. And then when I get to the editing, I'm like, do I really want to edit for 3 hours today? I'll just drink and let it go.
Yeah. So my goal is to grow big enough that we can afford to outsource that editing. It's never going to happen, but you know, that would be awesome.
No, that would be awesome.
That's the like work part of it. For sure.
Yeah, that is the work part of it. No, it's a grind. But I also I really, I guess I like to make it nice. Like every video I do, I only do like 1 or 2 a week. So obviously I have to make it count because then no one would watch me if it sucked. So what's my favorite bottle to review? Well, easiest one was the Old Carter, just because of the how good it was and how much money I spent on it. Obviously, that was a part of it. But I was just surprised that I would recommend a $220 bottle to the channel, because I never thought I would ever do that. I went into it thinking that it was gonna be a hard pass. I'm gonna rip this apart. I gotta make sure that Old Carter lowers their prices before I ever buy it again. But then I drank it. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get another one. Mm-hmm. And so that one actually became my favorite just because of that. I had again, you shouldn't have one, but I had a predetermined answer. Like I was like, there's no way this is gonna be worth $200 something, and then it just blew my mind. So
yeah. I'm sure Victor was hoping you were going to say King Ranch.
That's so true, but King Ranch was good. But no, the Old Carter was just I'm still blown away by it. So
right on.
Oh, that pour
did
something weird to my mouth.
We're drinking through some samples here, and
we have like leftover from other times.
Yeah, so like probably one of our first 4 or 5 live streams we did, we got some samples from Steven at Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans, and we were going to sync up with him and do it together, but you know, his schedule was crazy at the time and we weren't able to do it. So we just kind of did it without him. And then he did our samples without us, but we just drank from Adventurous Stills, this Fossil Creek whiskey that he sent us.
I don't recommend it.
Laura poured hers into my glass.
And my tongue,
she didn't like
funny.
it much.
I don't like the taste. I don't know. It's weird.
So we're going to drink one. We're going to try one more from Adventurous Stills. This one's the Lost Dutchman Rye.
Everyone's saying your reviews are solid and thorough. And they definitely enjoy it. Dave Vogelsang has another question for you. He said, what bottle have you been most disappointed about?
That's a good question. I know there easy. Oh, actually, it became easy. Peerless Double Oak. I don't know if it's me or it's because I don't like. I guess I found out maybe I'm not really a double oak guy because I don't like Sagamore Double Oak either. I'm not really a fan of the Woodford Reserve Double Oak. The only double oak I really like is like 1910, and then I got a Lucky 7 Holiday Toast, which is double oak, which is okay. But yeah, the Peerless Double Oak, it took me. I think it took me like 3 or 4 months of hunting, and I think I bought it at 85 plus tax, so it ended up being $90 something, and I was really excited. And I think that one I was going into the video thinking, I'm gonna love this. This is gonna be one of the best bourbons alive. And then I tasted it. I was like, shit, what the fuck is this? I was like, this is horrible. It's not horrible. It's good. It's good actually. It's good, but it's definitely not worth the $90 something, and definitely not worth the 3-4 months of me, looking for it, trying to find it, and all that good stuff. I wish I had my time back, but yeah, that was the most disappointing bottle I did so far.
Yeah, I can understand with the double oaked because they're really hit or miss for me as well. Like sometimes it
took a long time for you to find one that you did like.
Yeah, and he would try to like sneak them in, thinking that it was just like a mental thing, and he'd pour like 1910 or these bottles that everyone's supposed to like. They're for beginners, and it just like tasted like char and campfire, and I was like, this isn't good. I don't understand. So I still get that on a lot of them, but it's starting to.
She's opened up to a few these days.
I'm opening up to it, but it would be awful to hunt for months thinking that this, because I've never had the Peerless Double Oak, but I've heard so many good things about it.
Yes.
Everyone raves about it. To spend that much time hunting for it, and then you open it up and you're like, this isn't really for me.
Yeah, I feel like it took Jack Daniel's limited edition this year for you to finally like some double oak stuff.
Well, no, I started liking the 1910 and the Woodford Double Oak.
You started tolerating it.
But yeah, Yeah, it's still not my favorite. It's still not my favorite note. I just, Jack Daniels, of course, it's better.
I get this perfume note on it. It feels like it's a almost like a artificial note on the double oak for me. Like especially the Woodford Reserve for me. It feels a little too, yeah, fake.
I feel like the smell of the double oak is kind of a turnoff, especially that Woodford double oak. I get like a very strong gym sock note on that.
Well, I'll see what I can. I'll see if I get that tonight. I guess I have to nose that one again.
So Marvin
Yes.
asked if it's a pass at 110. If you think
if it's a pass at 92 or 90, whatever I got it, it's a hard pass at 110. Actually, I had the opportunity to get another bottle a week ago, but I passed up. I think it was 85 plus tax again, and I just passed up on it. I just can't. I can't get it.
And Dana says she can't get enough of the Peerless. So
no, he actually Dana is
sorry,
yeah,
Dana.
He's a no, so yeah, he tried it a couple of times. He
Laura.
loves it. But I just
whatever.
I even had it. I think
you
last week,
assume
and I
his
just
gender.
Now he's never coming back.
So David, you're like creeping up on 1,000 subs now. You're getting real close, right?
Yeah. I didn't think I would get this close. I think my last video was pretty successful, so or at least relatively for me, and so it pushed it up all the way to I think almost at. I'm almost actually there. I think I'm at 987. So
really close. Really close.
Yeah.
So yeah, like hopefully there's some people in our chat that aren't subbed that will sub. But it kind of segues into the next question from us. When growth slows, and we all kind of have those ebbs and flows of subscriber growth.
Yes.
How do you stay motivated when the growth slows?
I'll be honest with you, it's when the growth slowed. I think for me, the hardest part was I think at 400 to 600. I think it was really slow. I got to 400 pretty quickly ish. It felt like within 2 months, I was like 400, or I think 3 months. I was just surprised anyone would sub to me. So I was really excited. And so once you get that fast, you're like, oh, I'll be 1,000 in no time. It's like I thought it would be like a snowball effect, 300, 400, it'll be 800, and then 1,600 or whatever. But then 400 to like 600 was tough. Like I had a really hard time, and I don't know if it was my videos. I don't know if it was the whiskeys I chose. I don't know exactly what it was. But the only motivating factor I had at the time was maybe because I love drinking, and so it's like like I can tell my wife, I was like, oh, I gotta buy this bottle, it's for research, or it's because I have to make a video on it, or I have to make a whiskey haul video. Yeah, exactly. It's like my whiskey haul videos are the only thing that people are watching. I gotta put out a good whiskey haul video, and so I guess that kind of put a motivating factor on it. And no, I love doing the video. I love recording the video. Actually, it's one of the few, probably the way I learn about whiskey more, just because I drink like you guys. I take shots. Right now I'm having Moscow Mule. I love my old fashioned, and so most of the time I'm just drinking to drink. But then when I'm actually doing the video, I'm actually trying to get the notes and actually seeing if it's worth the money or if it's just worth my time. And so I guess that's the best part, just drinking, just like to drink.
I can relate.
We obviously can relate. Otherwise, we wouldn't be drinking on camera weekly. So, we got another question from Russell. What's your go-to rye, or do you have one?
So, well, I just got my favorite one. So, I actually recorded a video 2 days ago that I was supposed to edit yesterday and put out today, but I got drunk yesterday and so I forgot to edit it. And so hopefully I could. I was like, oh, this tastes so good, and then I just got whatever. But I just opened the Jack Daniels single barrel proof rye.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's a great rye. Holy God, it was a good rye. And so that's probably gonna be my go-to rye. If I had to go with something a little bit more value or a little bit more available, Pikesville rye is a good one. and Sagamore Cask Strength is also another one that I always
Oh, so. Definitely all solid choices. I agree with all of them.
Yeah, yeah. We just picked up Sagamore port finished. So Sagamore did a port finished a year ago, 2 years ago. It never made it out here. But everybody online absolutely raved over it. So, I've been looking for it ever since. Sagamore put out a video, or not a video, they put out an email. Sorry, I've been drinking. they put out an email saying, hey, distillery only, but we will ship within Maryland.
Wow.
So I had a couple handshake agreements with some friends of the channel, got the bottle from the distillery, got it hand delivered, the Pony Express across the country, but we just got it. Have not opened it up yet, but I hear that it competes well with like a Midwinter Night's Dram. So we're real excited to give that guy a try. But Sagamore is fantastic. It is one of our go-to ryes as well.
No, yeah, I should get the port finish. I know it's available here. I think it's like $75 I could buy it at. I'm not because again, the double oak, maybe I have a little bit of trauma, but I try not to buy finished bourbons or ryes, and so.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't like any of the finished bourbons and ryes. So
the sherry was real good, but I'm expecting the port to be better. I'm hoping.
We'll see.
We'll probably let you know if we're disappointed or not.
Let me know.
So AB is wondering if you had a bottle you purchased that had zero hype and you enjoyed it.
I don't want to say zero hype because most good bottles have some type of hype. I would say the one that kind of lost its hype these days is the Joseph Magnus Murray Hill Club. I know I drank it on the Whiskey Wisdom Live, but I really, really, really enjoyed that bottle. That I know it was probably more popular a couple of years ago, and a lot of things died out. But it's one of those it's one that I wish would kind of get hyped up again because now it's available everywhere in the Isla Kitchen.
Yeah. I've heard great things about the Murray Hill Club's special releases.
I didn't even know there was a special release.
Yeah, there's a separate, like there's Murray Hill Club and then there's the Murray Hill Club special releases. I've heard great things about them. The stats on the Murray Hill Club tell me it should just be amazing, right?
So it's a 103 proof, I believe, and then it's American light whiskey from what I know. So it's
like
a blend
super
of light whiskey.
aged light whiskey though, right?
Correct. And so it feels like I want to call it Old Carter Light or poor man's Old Carter in a sense.
Right.
A lot more available, obviously less than half the price at 95, but it's my go-to. I absolutely love it.
It's a great whiskey.
Yeah,
So Marvin's talking about your Korea haul video and saying that it was crazy. And if you've not subscribed to Marvin at Whiskey Wine 101, that man has some insane hauls. So for him to say your haul was crazy, that's a compliment.
Yeah, no, I whiskey. Yeah, that he's the one who taught me how to do cork pops correctly. I was always doing it like wines because I was always jiggling it around, and then it was always be a horrible cork pop. And then he's like, just pull it out, man. What are you doing? Why are you jiggling it around? I'm like, oh, that's right. And then I started doing that, and it actually became really good. So, no, it was a great haul. November was great. Korea was great. I still miss Korea in a sense because all I did was eat, drink, sleep, and I guess that's all I did for 2 weeks.
And find wild turkey. Korea is the land of wild turkey.
Find a lot of wild turkey. That's the only thing I could find. I mean, everything else was either super
some like amazing wild turkey bottles you brought home.
Yeah, and they had all the Master's Keep. I could have got the Revival. I could have got the One. I could have got I think everything but Voyage, and I think they had the Generations, but it was pretty expensive, so I didn't get that one.
But you got a 12 and a 13 year, right?
And the 12 and the 13. Those are more of a regular release over there, so that's much easier to get. Like I don't want to say I could walk in a convenience store and get the Wild Turkey 12. That's how easy it is to find the Wild Turkey 12.
Wow.
So, yeah.
And it's like $180 here.
Yeah, it's 180 here. I think there, with everything included, including tax, was because the currency rate was pretty good, and it ended up being like $95 for me.
Wow.
So
it's pretty good. So I think everyone's hoping you're going to get to 1,000 on this live stream, because apparently you're 5 away now. So everyone's checking, seeing how you're doing. So that's
I am
awesome.
5 away. Wow. I didn't think there would be
guys.
that would be amazing. Shoot, maybe I should send you guys something just for if you guys hit 1,000, I'll send you something. Just because if your stream I hit 1,000, I'll send you guys a nice bottle for sure. So,
well,
not Wild Turkey 12.
I hope you get it just because we want you to get it.
Yeah,
we don't.
All gifts aside, we want you. We wish you success.
Yes. No, thank you. I mean, I never thought I would get here. I mean, it started for fun. My wife actually thought I was gonna quit after 3 months, and I actually told her you're right. So.
I definitely considered it. So Alex here said we used all our OnlyFans emails to get you there.
Use the OnlyFans, use everything else you got. Whatever you guys have, second, third emails, I would appreciate it.
Phone a friend.
Yeah, we got to get you there.
The funny thing is, none of my family nor my friends know that I actually have this channel still, which is kind of fun.
See, it's normal.
So
it's normal.
I tell everybody, I'm always promoting the channel. I'm handing out business cards. I'm like always getting people to subscribe. And Laura's like, she works in an operating room. The surgeons are always talking about bourbon. I'm like, just tell them about the channel. She's like, nope.
Nope. At least they know I'm into bourbon, and so they at least talk to me about whiskey and that kind of thing. But they definitely don't know I have a channel.
No, I have a coworker who's a single malt collector. Like he talks to me about single malts, and we exchange samples of bourbons and single malts. And he watches a lot of YouTube, but he has no idea that I have a channel, and no one knows except for, I guess, hopefully the 1,000 subs.
About 1,000 people, right?
Exactly.
So is he the guy that had the Jack Daniels tasters?
Wow. So I just got 1,001. Thank you guys. That's crazy.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
That's amazing.
Wow.
I actually did a soju bomb to celebrate.
Well,
I'll take a shot. I'll take a whatever.
Whatever you got, you take it.
We got some stuff here.
I should have got soju. If I knew I was gonna get this, or if I was gonna pass 1,000, I would have got a lot of things. The worst thing about this live stream is I have to do it in my room and not downstairs. So all my good stuff is downstairs. So I had to just get this prepared.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. If you feel like you need to leave to go get something, that's also okay. Because we are still on the screens. Oh, you got another.
I got
drink,
a second cup
perfect.
of what is it that, and then I got an old fashioned just in case I finish that. So
there you go. You did come prepared.
So I just didn't get any shots.
Everybody in the chat, we should do this all together. Thank you so
much. Wow.
Thanks everybody. You guys are awesome.
Thank you guys.
Cheers, David. Good stuff.
Oh man. No, I was gonna mention the 1,000 subs, but I actually didn't think I would get close because I thought everyone here, would be either already subs, because I know a lot of, we share a lot of subs, I guess, and so I thought there's no way. It was like 13. I was like, there's no. But
well, you're there now. Awesome.
Yes.
I'm so happy for you.
And everyone's congratulating you. That's awesome.
Yeah, don't deactivate your OnlyFans emails yet, guys. I don't want to fall below 1,000 before the night ends.
Yeah, don't unsubscribe, because sadly we have people push for someone to get up there, and then we check them the next day and they drop. And it's really
don't do that, guys. Subscribing to people is free, and it means the world to them.
It does. Yeah, at least wait till about 1,010, and then you guys can start unsubbing. It's okay.
That's what I told Laura when we hit 1,000. I'm like, we are not celebrating till we're at 1,020, because it goes up and down so much, right?
No, it's the worst part is when you post a video, and then your sub 2 or 3 drop. I'm like, what the hell what did I do wrong?
What did I do? Exactly. That's so depressing.
It's not just us. It happens sometimes, and he'll be like, we're not posting another video. We go down when we post a video. And I'm like, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, it feels like I'm reminding them how bad I am, and they should unsubscribe real quickly.
So, hey, next question. Now that you're at 1,000 subs, and I mean, I was going to ask you whether you got there or not. Any plans to start your own live streams?
No. uh, no, I until I get like because I do it in my living room.
Uh-huh.
I don't have like a separate space, or if it was like you guys where you guys do it together, I think it's different. But because when I even record, my wife can't do anything. She can't cook. She can't be in the living room. She has to be there, be upstairs or out. And so when I do a live stream, then that's obviously would be the case. And also, I don't like unless I have a setup like you guys where it's wired. Like everything I do right now is actually I have only three pieces of equipment when I record my video. I have my phone for the video, and then I have a light, and then I have a wireless mic, and that's it. That's all. That's the only three things I got because I was like, I'm not gonna invest that much when I'm gonna quit in 3 months, and then I guess I haven't invested more since. But and so no live streams, and I'm not like you guys. I can't do the interviews. I don't mind being interviewed. I think if you guys invited me back whenever you guys want, I would always come on. Whiskey, I had a lot of fun on Whiskey Wisdom, and I'm pretty sure if there's other live streams, that I connect with, I'll do it. But doing my own and connecting and emailing and hey, you guys want to come on and stuff like that? No, I don't want to do that.
Understandable.
Yeah, I get it. You've got such a great personality, though. I feel like you would have some pretty good success with it.
You know what? That's my wife says that, but then she's like, no, you would probably suck. You'll probably do like two streams.
Does she have any interest in joining you?
She does no interest in joining me. She doesn't like whiskey at all. She every time she tries it, she spits it out.
Okay.
Yeah, and she drinks a little wine. She drinks some champagne. So every time I buy a little bit of my bourbon or two, then I have to buy her like a $50 champagne just so she can it's okay. Like, oh, I bought this. This is why it's costing us so much, just the champagne. But then it's all because of my whiskey.
It's a good excuse, though.
Exactly. She's like, "Why is our credit card bill high?" I'm like, it's your champagne. I'm sorry."
Right.
Very fancy champagne.
Yes, exactly.
So I got a question for you. You recently started showing bottles that you passed on.
Oh, yes.
I really like that part of your videos. What prompted that?
You know what? I realized how much when because I rewatch my videos. I don't want to say a lot, but I rewatch it about twice after obviously watched it the day it comes out, and then I watch it again about 3 days later just to see if I can catch anything I'm doing wrong, if I can catch anything I'm doing right, and then do more of it. But then when I was doing my whiskey all videos, I was like, because I do 3 hours on hunting today. I probably will do another 2 hours next week, et cetera, et cetera. I pass out on a lot of bottles, and so it's more. I think a lot of people when they see the whiskey all videos, like when I see yours and when I see even anyone else's, I was like, it's actually a lot more fun to see what they passed on, because like Bruzo, that's right. I'm sorry. So Bruzo, that's right. He gave me the inspiration. When he does his whiskey hunting videos, or he does a lot of them actually. I think he's one of the most successful ones. But he always shows the ones that he passed up on. He's thinking about it. I'm like, fudge, I do the same thing, but I can't really show that because I go to the same liquor store every freaking week. And so how do I show my, I guess, contemplation or my, the bottles I passed up on? And I was like, you know what? I'll just take a picture of it and just show it. So.
Yeah, it's perfect because we all have reasons for why we pass on things, or we already have it. We don't need a backup. It's too expensive. I don't like other stuff from that distillery. There's always a reason. There's so many bottles out there. You can't get them all. So
yeah, I mean, every time we go, there's bottles that are just hitters, so to speak, and reasonably priced, but you just can't buy everything.
That's true. Like today, I passed up on. I really wanted it. I think I got the Hardins Creek Jacobs Well. Just started dropping here in Southern California.
This 17 and a half year, right?
the 15,
Yeah.
the 211 months, right? Yeah, that one.
I think that's the 17 and a half year. That's the new one.
Oh, 17 and a half. Okay. Yeah. So that one. And then, but it was $200. And I was like, do I really want to spend $200 on a bottle? A, I can't really do a video on. And then two, it's like, I heard it's good, but then I already have the Claremont and the Frankfurt, so I passed up on that. I passed up on a lot of bottles today, but yeah, those are it's more fun to watch, or it's fun to actually show what I passed up on because I can't buy it all, even though it looks like it because my whiskey videos sometimes show a lot of whiskey that I buy.
Yeah, I mean, we were just out a couple days ago, and the Angel's Envy cask strength from this year is everywhere right now.
Everywhere. It was in like every single store we went to.
It was at Total Wine in Washington for like $419, and then we went
after tax.
We went like 10 to 15 minutes away to a store in Oregon. It was $229 out the door.
Wow.
You know, and we passed it because we've still got a bottle and a half from last year.
Yeah, I passed on both the cask strength bourbon and the rye. The Total Wine here at it, I think for $250 for the bourbon and $280 for the rye.
I've not seen the cask strength rye. I would be intrigued in that one.
We'd probably buy it.
So, but I don't like anything Angel's Envy, and so I was like, and I never really had their cask strength, but I was like, if I don't like anything Angel's Envy, how am I gonna like their cask strength? Now people say it's great, it's different. But I'm like, it's $280.
That's steep.
Exactly.
That's real steep.
So Mark Gale is from LA, and he's wondering where you hunt in SoCal.
So, Mark, wherever you are in LA is probably going to be better than here. If you're closer to like KNL or Mission or Circus or anything like that, I'm pretty sure you are. Even Cypress or anything like that, those are much better. I live down here in way southern Orange County, like here in Irvine or Lake Forest area. And so the hunting for me is always like Total Wine and Bevmo, and then Pavilions. Those actually have the best chance for me. And then a little bit of the smaller liquor store I go to is like Lucky One or Great Press. Which one's the other one I go to? Dimension Liquor in Lake Forest. Those are the ones I hit because the owners are really nice and I talk to them every Saturday morning, and so.
Yeah, I mean that's a good reason, and you'll know. Oh, so Dave, you'll be seeing the AE cask strength. Does that mean we have a sample? Your sample?
Wow, good old Dave Vogel samples. The guy's a legend. We love it.
Thank you, Dave. Oh man.
So David, 3 weeks in Korea last month. Lots of hunting, lots of bottles.
Yes.
What's your favorite or most memorable bottle from that trip?
Huh. Well, the most memorable bourbon obviously was the Master Bottled and Bond 17 year, just because I was looking for that here for the longest time, and I couldn't find it below like $400, and then even at 400, it's hard to find, and so I never thought I would be able to get it, but then I saw that in Korea. They had it on sale for like, and then out the door for me was like 190. So I was like, that was the most memorable. Obviously, the most unmemorable or the ones I forgot the most is soju's. I drank too much soju, so I forgot it. Probably like half the time I was spent, blacked out, and so it was. Those are the two bottles I guess that I remember or not remember the most.
So how crazy was the logistics to get all that stuff home?
Oh, it's not that hard. We had 4 bags, so I only carried 4 bottles back. So it ended up being the Wild Turkey 13, the 12, the Bottled and Bond 17, and the Unforgotten. Those are the only 4 bottles I got from Korea. Everything else was actually here in the U.S. That was in that whiskey video.
So literally just turkey.
Literally just turkey. I think in that video I showed it, but I mean, Korea had they had Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond for like $280.
Yeah, crazy prices.
They had the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. It was a B batch, but it was like $250. Some of the like Elijah Craig 18 was like $400 something. I forgot. The only
they're like Washington State prices.
Yeah. No, there's only two affordable. Obviously, the Wild Turkey 13 and 12 obviously are affordable. They have the Wild Turkey 101 8-year available everywhere. That was like $40, and then they have Buffalo Trace everywhere, which is kind of cool. And so the regular Buffalo Trace for like 20 something bucks, but everything else, like I think they had a Wild Turkey Rare Breed for like $100. Like yeah, it was kind of expensive, so I just like yeah, I'll just take this $1 soju and just kind of enjoy that.
So we don't drink soju that often. We used to have a really good Korean restaurant in town, and then during COVID, when they were closed the whole time, they couldn't keep paying rent, so they are closed. So we don't have anywhere in town anymore. But I remember when I went to college in San Francisco, and there was a soju bar where all of their cocktails were made out of soju. It hits different. Like you don't think you're like, oh, these drinks are weak. I don't taste any alcohol. I don't feel anything. And then suddenly you're like, what happened?
No, they purposely make it. It's like the Coors Light, right? It's kind of when you have it so chilled and then you just drink it, it feels light. It feels like you could take 6, 7 cans and be fine, but then it hits you a little bit different. And just like Coors Light, it tastes like crap, but it hits you really hard, and it goes well with food. Like because Korean food are so spicy, salty, sweet, like all that combined. Like even Korean barbecue itself is technically sweet because there's a lot of sugar in all the marinades.
Yeah.
And so when you have the soju bombs or when you have the soju with it, it just washes all that down, and so you just get meat soju, and you're just gone.
So good though.
Yeah. So
I really wish we had our Korean barbecue.
I know it was,
it was
so good. What was the big like bowl thing that we get? Bibimbap.
So I don't know.
Probably murdering the name of it.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Bibimbap. I think you guys get the bibimbap, right? Yeah. No, that's
so good.
Oh, the bibimbap or the fried, like when you get the Korean barbecue and they give you the fried rice at the end. Oh man,
yeah,
so good.
That's the best. So
I'm getting hungry now.
The kaibi. Oh man, I had so much kaibi. I had so much chicken. Man, it feels like I kill so much chicken when I go to Korea. It's unbelievable. Oh, the best thing that they had for drinks, like a drink appetizer, is they actually what they have is a chicken skin, like a fried chicken skin. So it's just chicken skin fried. It's battered and fried like fried chicken, but just the skin, and it's amazing.
It's like a fancy potato chip almost.
Yeah,
sounds amazing.
It's like a fancy pork rinds, I guess, in a sense.
Exactly.
Well, there you go. Yeah. So, a couple more questions here. Have you ever lost footage or had technical issues? And did you refilm or do something else?
So I only had it slightly because it was actually a misclick by me because I take several I do several takes on information on the videos. So I can't take several takes on the tasting and the notes, but there's I do about a minute or two of information on some of the distilleries or the wine itself, the stats, et cetera, et cetera. I believe on my last the Korea the gifting video. That's right. The gifting video, I had a section where I told the audience not to take recommendations from Total Wine employees about gifts.
Right.
They don't usually give you the right one. And that one I accidentally
it's all Blanton's, right?
Yeah, of course. Just Chestnut Farms, man. They always give you the Chestnut Farms in the first call, and oh god. Anyways, but yeah, so that one I accidentally deleted while I was kind of organizing my thing, and so I had to re-record that real quick. But other than that, I usually check my phone to make sure that everything's done, and then I copy it, and then I put it in my computer, so it's both on my phone and the computer. And then once I actually produce the video, edit it, and everything's complete, then I delete it from everywhere. So I haven't ran into that experience yet. So how about you guys?
Oh, we've lost footage.
Our microphones weren't working one time, so it was just silent. Actually, I think that probably happened more than once.
Back when we used to film with a GoPro, you'd be like in the middle of talking and the GoPro would die.
Yeah.
And then you just have half a video. I mean, there's been so many times. I think we didn't transfer the footage one time, and then it overheated and corrupted the file.
Oh, wow.
I mean, there's been so many times that we've screwed it up, and we don't usually refilm.
I mean, there's been a few videos, like when we transferred from GoPro to the camera that we use now.
Mm-hmm.
There was probably 4 or 5 videos that we lost. We were able to recover one of them. It was the Old Forester birthday bourbon from 2022. But by the time we found it and were able to recover it, the 2023 was out. So there was no point in putting it out. So we just put it out as like a Patreon and channel member exclusive.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you're a channel member or a Patreon, you got to see that video. It was pretty good. It just wasn't relevant by the time we were able to recover it and get it, you know.
And then,
just a quick question on that. Did you guys get the Old Forester birthday 23 yet?
No.
Okay. So I just wondered.
We entered the raffle with them. We were like, well, if we won, maybe we would fly out to Kentucky and take a vacation. I'm kind of glad we didn't win. That would be really expensive.
Yeah, I mean,
I would like to go to Kentucky, but I would like to actually like plan it out instead of being like, I got to be there on this weekend.
Outside of like a lottery.
Yeah.
Outside of a lottery, I've never even seen a birthday bourbon. You know, we the one we got was a Total Wine lottery win.
Yeah. So, okay. No, because I heard 23 is better than 22, but then, you know, since you guys have the 22, if you guys have the 23, at least I would ask right now. But yeah, no, I got one.
It's more oaky. So some people like it. If you really like the well-aged oaky flavor, then I hear this year's is more oaky.
So, no, I heard it's better. So I got one. I got the 2023 birthday bourbon through the
nice.
It was in his
sale.
Video. his Korea haul.
You know how many videos I watch? I can't keep track of anything.
All right.
No, of course. But then I'm not gonna do a review on that. I have it earmarked for a friend's birthday that
Oh,
nice.
And so I'll take it over to his house, and then we'll have a pour, and then I'll give it to him. So
yeah. So have you ever tried something in a video that when you go back and look at it, you just thought, you know what, that didn't work and I'm never going to do it again?
I'm pretty sure there's a ton. But if there is, I already edited it out. You know what it is? My actual tasting notes. And this is, I don't know, maybe it's me, it's my pet peeve, but like when people like nose or like they taste it and then they make like those, like they make weird noises per se. And they have it all in the video. I'm like, I don't really need to hear those noises. Like,
yeah.
Oh boy.
Like, can you edit that out a little bit? Like, can you tell me?
I usually speed up all that stuff. Just put music to it.
So that's why I think I used to do all that. And then I think starting a couple months ago, I just fast forward my whole experience. I just take my black notebook out and just tell you the notes. Because I'm like,
and you keep notes on every review, right?
Yes, correct. So when I do the review,
you have a catalog of all the bottles you've tried, right?
All the bottles I've reviewed, yes, in that black book. And so I actually take 20 minutes or so and actually like the nosing and then the palate, the finish, and then I reset and actually come back to it about 10 minutes later to make sure I get either the same notes or different notes. And I do that 2 or 3 times, and then I come back to the video, and then obviously I tell you the nose and the palate and everything. And so it's a science behind it. But I was like, if I put all that in the video, it'd be very long and it'd be very boring. And I'm pretty sure 90% of the audience would be like, this guy sucks, and just leave. And so I was like, I'll just cut it out and act like it took 5 seconds, and then I just give you the notes, because that's what people want anyway. So
yeah. So we're getting real close to doing the giveaway. If you've not put UW into the chat, guys, do that now. If you want extra opportunities to win, there's the super chats. Not necessary. Just putting UW will get you a free spin. Got a couple more questions for David here. Any projects or collaborations coming up?
Nope. That was quick. You know what? I'll be honest with you. I watch a lot of your guys' channel, and I watch a lot of when I can, because it's Saturday night. My wife wants to go out most of the time, so I can't watch a lot of lives. But I try to, but I like you guys, and that's why I like coming on. I wanted to come on this live stream because I have a lot of fun when Sean was on here, and even when Dave Vogelstein was on here. I was like, I was like, Dave Vogelstein. I was like, that must be like a clickbait thumbnail. I was like, there's no way he's gonna come on a live. He's on live. I'm like, what the hell?
I loved the thumbnail because we didn't have a picture of him because he doesn't have a channel.
We had no idea what Dave looked like until he was live with us. And you know how many channels have tried to get Dave to come on? He's always saying, I'm one and done.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
we appreciate that. I hope Dave, when he retires, starts his own channel, because I feel like the man has a lot to offer this whiskey tube universe.
Well, he could become the next Bruzel if he would actually record his actual hunting these days.
I know, right?
Everyday hunting.
It's like he does it he's actually there for work already, and so he goes to different the reason I don't do hunting videos is because just like you guys, it would be the same 5 liquor stores the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be boring. It'll be one hunting video, and then the people who come to my channel for hunting videos will be like, there's no more hunting. That's all I have, guys. And so that's why I don't do it in the first place. But since he visits so many states and he visits so many liquor stores, he would probably get 8,000 subscribers within a month.
Easily. I feel like he would just be huge if he could actually take the time to film and edit. I think that's the thing is he just don't want to take the time to edit at all, because he's busy as it is, and when he's home he likes to be with his family.
I mean,
well, Dave, if you're on this channel, or if you're still in the chat, we would split half. I'll take your editing. I'll do your editing.
There you go. There you go.
That's pretty big.
That's a big offer.
Just film it, send it, and I'll edit. I'll put it up there, and then I'll just put it on my chat. I'll put it on my channel. So you don't even have to make your own channel. And then I'll just put Dave Vogelstein something, and then I'll just give you half my whatever.
There you go. Right.
Whatever it is called, revenue.
I love it.
So yeah, there you go, Dave. I'll sign the deal right now.
All right. So what's next for you, David? Where can people find you? Go ahead and take a couple minutes to plug everything that's coming up for you.
Nothing really. Whiskey Bank at YouTube, and that's it. I don't do Facebook. I don't do Instagram. I don't do. Oh, you can email me. I guess it's in my description. But other than that, I really don't do any other social media. I'm actually surprised. This is why my wife was so surprised. She's like, you don't even do Facebook. You don't even post the picture of the whiskeys you're drinking. How the hell are you going to make a video about it? I'm like, that's a great question. I have no idea. And then
you'll figure it out.
It's just I figured it out. And so, it's just my next video is going to be on the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye. I've compared it to my favorite rye, or the other favorite rye, which is the Old Forester single barrel strength rye.
Oh, great.
So
that was exactly. And so I was actually it was a fun comparison as well. It was a fun review, and it was a fun comparison. And so that's my next video. Again, I recorded already. I just have to edit it. But since I'm already on my second or third drink, I don't know if I should edit tonight. But
not tonight.
Don't do that tonight. So it sounds like your wife would be a good marketing director for you.
She's actually the one she's the one who taught me how to make all the thumbnails. I had no idea how to do any of that stuff. So she's the one who got me into Canva. And then she's like, this is how you do it. This is what you do. This is how you get rid of the background. This is how you put all that stuff and put all this stuff. And now I make the thumbnails. She doesn't want to do that anymore. But then, so she's a good creative person, but she wants nothing to do with. The reason I actually don't tell anybody is because she doesn't want me to tell anybody. She's like, don't tell anybody. Don't tell friends. don't tell family, don't tell your churchman, don't tell your coworkers. Like, do not let anyone know. I'm like, all right. Oh, that's fine with me. I was like, no one's gonna watch it anyway. I was like, dang.
Oh man, don't tell anyone.
All right.
And Troy's over here being like, tell everyone you know, and I'm like, no.
I'm like the opposite. I'm handing business cards out to people. Like, so Washington Whiskey, who's been in the chat, is actually my son, Jason, up in Seattle. Okay. And he comes down like every other week from Seattle to our place. It's about a 2-hour drive. And we left our home in Washington, went into Oregon, and did a couple hunts at Total Wine and a couple other places. But while we were at the Total Wine, we met a distiller who is it Quartz Mountain?
I don't remember because I didn't actually.
It's the only distiller in Vancouver, Washington. It's Quartz Mountain, I believe. And, I'm like handing my card to him. He's handing his card back. We're talking about collaboration. And it's like, oh my God, that's how you do it. I'm like, yeah, that's how you do it. Literally the next store we go to is the one where we got recognized by a subscriber. First time ever that's happened, so I'm sure he's just thinking, oh my God, my dad's a rock star.
No, now that he's in chat, he's like, definitely not.
Yeah. He's probably like, my dad is so damn lame.
No, actually, yesterday was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. It was the first time that I was recognized at a parking lot in front of a Total Wine and More, actually. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, so I parked and then I was about to go in because I heard they had some stag and eagle rare drops. So I was like, so I think I went for lunch or work, and then somebody was coming up to me. I was like, who's this person? And they're like, oh, are you Whiskey Bank? I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, I was about to say no because I was so surprised. I was like, what is this? And then I was like, yes. And he's like, oh, I watched your video, blah blah blah. And then I was like, and I even told his name was Danny, I believe. Yes, it was Danny. I was like, yeah, Danny, if I'm really awkward, please understand, because it's my first time ever that somebody has walked up to me and asked me if I'm Whiskey Bank. So I was very awkward. I didn't even know what to ask. I was like, am I supposed to act like a celebrity? Like, what am I supposed to do here? Like, and then obviously I was like, okay, maybe I should just ask about bourbons. Like, so what video did you watch? What are you drinking and stuff like that? And then we were talking about bourbons for a while. And then
it's so cool.
Luckily, yeah, it was cool. It was actually, now, like, when I went into the store, I was like, oh man, that was kind of cool. And then I realized, like, I missed a stag by like 20 minutes. I was like, fuck, if I didn't talk to this guy, I probably could have caught a stag.
You'll have to tell him he owes you a stag now.
Exactly.
Danny, you cost him a stag.
I was like, this guy. No, that's just kidding. I probably missed it by more than 20 minutes. No, I probably had no. I got the what is it? I got an Eagle Rare, so it's okay. It's
there you go.
I'll take the consolation prize. It's okay. So.
Should we do our
let's
giveaway?
Bring up the wheel and let's give away some whiskey.
Give some whiskey away. Let's see.
So yeah, kind of a highlight of our weekly live stream. I'm not sure what you've done here. There it is.
I'm just making sure. Sorry, I normally have it split screen.
I know. Like everything disappeared, but this big wheel.
It's okay. They can see it.
Hopefully, yeah.
It's okay. Let's just spin it.
Rusty. Right?
I don't even think he's here. He's probably sleeping from his looks like Chris
Jenkins.
Oh.
Now was that a Patreon spin?
Yeah. And then I'm spinning again. Hope you're being quick. Keep track. And Russ. Nope. Oh, sorry, Russ.
Polly. Come on, Barkeep.
Okay. And let's get rid of that here.
Okay, let me set these guys aside. So, shall we open it up? An open mic.
Yeah, well, you've said it out loud, so
we're gonna post the link
if anyone wants to
in the chat, and if anybody wants to join us and talk to David, are you okay with hanging out a little bit longer?
Yeah, no, I still have my old fashioned here, so until that runs out, I'll be here.
There you go. So if you guys want to join us, ask David or Baker Drinks, Whiskey Bank or Baker Drinks some questions. Join us in the chat. It's
pinned. You know, I don't know how you guys do this. Like,
I can't.
It is
pinned. I can't talk to you guys, and then I can't even I can't look at the chat and keep going back and forth. I don't know how you guys do this. This is
It's because there's two of us.
There's two of us. So Laura's doing all the chat and all the technical stuff, and I'm like doing all of the interview and managing and all that stuff. Yeah.
Okay, we got a few. We got Victor.
Cheers, buddy.
How he's labeled today. We got Big
Cat. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
You know what? I feel like I know your name, but I can't think of it. Big Cat. Do you just want us to call you Big Cat, or do you have a name?
You can call me Aaron. You can call me Big Cat. Whatever works for you.
Oh, okay.
Aaron. Aaron.
Yeah.
Hey,
Adam. Cheers, buddy. RJ driving home from work.
RJ driving and streaming at the same time. That's good.
Absolutely. Why would we not?
I hope you're drinking and driving at the same time.
No. We just got off of work. I don't have any alcohol. And if we did, we wouldn't admit that on camera.
That's good. Yeah, there you go.
Oh man, yeah, RJ, you basically don't show up other than the headlights behind you, and then occasionally I can see your little badge emblem thing and your shirt. And then it's just...
Well, we're getting ready to get on the major highway, and I'll be ripping down the highway, so you'll see me more on the lights from the street.
RJ, if you took your shirt off, RJ, if you took your shirt off, we'd be able to see you better. I think all that.
Everybody'd be able to see me if I take my shirt off.
Nobody wants to see that.
Are you sure?
We're at the wrong angle. Honestly, I think I'm gonna save these and just have soju. Oh, we're having soju bombs.
We're doing some soju bombs again.
You know, I started with them and I just didn't want to go to whiskey afterwards.
I mean, I've drank through lots of whiskey, and Laura's like,
I keep pouring it into your
I just threw soju on you.
Thank you.
I typed it in chat, but I just wanted to say over the live stream, congratulations, man, on the 1,000 subscribers. That qualifies you for super chats, and you can start getting monetized, and live streams will be way more beneficial for you too, and start getting ads and getting some money coming in too. Start reaping the rewards of all the hard work that you've done.
Yeah,
I think it's awesome.
No, thank you guys. I can't believe you guys pushed me past it. That's actually incredible how this lined up like that. It's actually pretty cool. I'm gonna do a cool giveaway. I didn't want to bait subscribers into subscribing with a giveaway. I didn't want to give it even in my the one I recorded yesterday or the day before. I didn't mention anything about 1,000 subscribers. I didn't mention anything about the giveaway. So the review after that will have a pretty good giveaway. So
Jason, cheers.
What's up, everybody?
Well, I understand not wanting to convince people to subscribe that way. It always made me nervous because then I'm like, are they all gonna unsubscribe now that I hit that mark? Were they just trying to get free stuff?
Are they just gonna look at my video to see if there's another giveaway? And if there's not, they just click off. And so I just wanted to grow organically, I guess, in a sense. I think the only other giveaway, I think I did a giveaway at 100. I think that was my only bait one. I think I was at 80 and I really wanted to get to 100, so I did a sample giveaway. But then the only other giveaway I did was a surprise. I think it was on a review video. I forgot what video it was, but then I was just like, if you're watching till the end, then I'm gonna do a giveaway. So just type, I think loyalty. I think it was just for loyal viewers. And then I think I think Dave Sabola won that one. So
Canadian Chris, what do you think?
It's a pretty bottle.
You got the Frank August.
I did it. I bought more bourbon in the last 2 weeks than I bought scotch. Thanks a lot.
So let me tell you before you start getting crap, Jason. All right. Now, I'm a scotch drinker by heart, but nobody wants to watch scotch videos. They all want to watch the bourbon videos. So you got to show the bourbon. But I've got I've got my Scotch here that I want, but what I got to show is the Weller Antique 107, or nobody's going to watch my videos. So you have to make that moral decision on what you want to do. I'd rather have
you grab that. You grabbed that in the drop today, right, Adam?
I did. I got and didn't have to sleep.
That in the Eagle Rare.
Yeah, that's my first store pick too, which I've not seen. I've not cracked it yet. I'm gonna wait for my brother.
Is that the John J. Bowman?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is that? Have either one of you opened that? I've not tried that yet. We don't have it here.
Man, I had to pass on a bottle. It was like $80-something after tax. I'm like, no way, dude. I can't do it.
What is it?
Yeah,
we have the small batch and the
$60 is pretty reasonable for it.
We have the small batch and the rum can or the port cask.
Port cask, yeah.
Yeah, the Isaac Bowman.
Yeah. So Whiskey
it's
Bank,
really good.
Do you said you don't like Angel's Envy? Have you tried the rum cask of that?
I forgot what I tried, but whatever I tried, I didn't like, and I'm not really a finished bourbon or whiskey person. So whatever I had, I didn't like it, and so I was like, "Am I gonna spend $280 plus tax for a cask strength version of what I don't like?" I'm like, probably
no.
Not.
I agree 100%, and I'm not a finished guy either. But that tasted like honey in a very good way, not like that artificial fake honey. It had a really good, which I was surprised. So I actually liked it. So that's something I would probably buy.
Yeah. No, I'm open to it because I think I have a rare character white port cask finish picked by Sealbox, and that one's actually really good because it feels like I get a little bit of the white port and it doesn't overwhelm the bourbon, and it kind of complements it where it makes it a little bit sweeter, makes it a little bit more desserty, and so I really like that one. And so I'm pretty sure there's ones I like. I just haven't liked the ones maybe because I was too cheap about some of the finished ones, and you get cheap shit. It tastes like cheap crap. So,
Roger, cheers, buddy.
Hey, how are you guys? Cheers.
Cheers.
What do you got there? A Guinness? Freaking
No,
Guinness?
this is Four Hands Chocolate Milk Stout.
Oh, okay.
From here in St. Louis, and then a little bit of James E. Pepper Decanter series.
Oh,
Brand new one from Pepper. Huh?
Fancy.
I've never seen one. That's a fancy bottle, yeah.
It is. It's really cool. It's their first distillant that they've put into a bottle. 5.5-year stuff from their distillery there in Lexington.
Okay.
We got a very limited amount of bottles in the shop, and I grabbed them. Unlike Major Zero, I just grab it because I work there.
I don't grab many. I get so much hate. You're talking about hate and comments. Like people in the emails I get, you never buy anything. I was like, I go into a store every single day, and I'm married to a woman who does not agree with my hobby at all. Like she does not agree at all. Like she's like sits there with her foot tapping when I come home, right? And I was like, I spent money today, and she's like, you bought 2 bottles? I was like, it was a great deal. Did not. So yeah. So no, I understand. But
hey, Adam, cheers, bro. I'm bottle killing OGB 114 right now. So
I have no idea. I don't believe that actually exists. Never.
I've got 4 bottles here, Adam. In fact, I ordered a case this week for the store, just for you.
I'm going to Destin we're going to Destin over Christmas break. I'm going to drive through Mississippi and then down through part of Alabama, and I'll be in Florida. I will 100%, no matter what happens. I'm going to hit 20 stores on the way down. It's going to take us 2 days to get down there until I find an OG 114. And I'm going to say, here, I'm getting it, and I will drink that Christmas Day. That's going to be my Christmas Day 4. I promise you. Or I may even do a live, just so people can see me. But I've not seen it. So I don't know that it actually exists. I think I'm being trolled by the internet. So
Adam, I've told you multiple times, quit looking up. You got to look down.
Yeah, it's always at the bottom.
Yeah, Adam, we've all know that you had one on one of your videos and you didn't see it.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what I was looking for. I've not seen the bottle to know. If you don't know what the bottle is, and also it was my first time.
114 right in the middle.
Well, it was my first time at a Total Wine, and I was so excited. It was like walking into a Walmart that was nothing but alcohol. I was like almost hyperventilated. I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. So,
thank you,
It's
Mike.
got a picture of Basil Hayden on the bottle. Brother. So, Victor, what are you using to hold your glasses tonight?
Oh, well, I mean, do you want me to show everybody, or
if you want to?
Unless you want to keep it a secret.
Look at that. It's a solo on him.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
She's going to solo on you, buddy.
Oh, it's coming.
Nice.
Fancy. Look at that.
Is that a squirrel?
Barrel stave.
Let's see here. There.
Nice.
That's the right side.
Oh, I was like, what the hell is that?
It's our logo burned in, but you can't.
Oh,
it's hard
okay.
to see. It's hard to see.
I thought it was a squirrel at first. I was like, what is that?
So all of our patrons and friends of the channel got that as a Christmas gift from Baker.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Did you put the notch in the bottom? You didn't put.
Did I what?
Did you put the notch in the bottom of that? In the bottom of it, I got one at Buffalo Trace, and it's got a weird notch on the bottom, and I didn't understand what the notch was for.
So that notch is when the barrel stave gets to the bottom of the barrel, and that bottom head, that's the notch that sits in.
Okay. All right. I feel stupid. But okay. I was like, I had no idea.
Hey, Dana.
Cheers, buddy.
There you go. That's what OGB looks like.
That is the focus.
Hey.
Right there.
Target.
Just thought I'd get on and congratulate you.
Thanks, Dana. So, I mean, just to be, I guess, clear, Dana lives really close, or doesn't live. His son lives his son lives really close to where I live, and so he's one of the few members I was able to meet up in person. And we met up about 3 or 4 times, and it's a cool guy. Always been he's been a supporter of my channel since the beginning, and so it's a lot of fun. And he made sure he got all the tech right just so he could join this live stream and make sure he could chat on it. And
I love it.
I always appreciate it.
He was like the first person that commented in the chat, like
an hour before,
more than an hour before we went live.
Yeah, I think he was just making sure that it was working, because he mentioned to me yesterday that he was on the SLB drinks chat, and he couldn't type in any chat. He was like bumbling and frustrated. He's like, oh, what am I doing wrong? I'm like, I don't know. I can't see it from here. And I was drinking. I was already like 4 drinks in.
The live chat.
They get like 1,000 people in their chat. So when you comment,
Old retired guy
scrolls by so fast.
Your comment on in a second.
So I just want to just take 1 second and say, hey, David, congratulations. Love what you do on your channel. Love your reviews. They're probably some of the most unique ones out there. And so just congrats on the 1,000 and to many more to come.
Thank you, Vic. No, cheers, Vic. No, it's again, it's cool that I got to 1,000 here live with everybody here. It's actually really really cool. I think it was at like 9-10 just a couple of days ago. So the fact that I got to 1,000 in a couple of days was actually it was pretty quick, and it's I don't want to say overwhelming, but it's actually kind of cool. I'm pretty sure I'll get a couple of bucks, I guess, now starting tomorrow. I don't know about starting next month, but I'll invest it all back into you, Vic.
It takes a while.
So do you have your 4,000 watch hours?
Yeah, I think I got that.
So how the AdSense works is if you like, you're probably going to get a couple bucks per video. But when you get $100 in your account, then they send you a payment
the next month.
So
wow.
So they wait till you have. They do it in $100 increments. So when you get $100, they send you a payment.
Got it. That means I won't see a payment for like 6 months.
Well, you'll do a short, and it'll get like 3,000 views, and you're like, yes, I can retire, and it's 9 cents, and you're like, oh.
You know, I did shorts and I stopped doing it. I don't know how to make shorts. It gets, I don't know if it doesn't get any views, but mine sucks. So I just said, you know what, F it. No more shorts.
Cheers, Bobby.
Cheers, Bobby.
Bobby.
You know what?
Yeah.
It's a totally different thing, shorts and videos. Yeah, very different.
Well, I'll tell you, shorts get you subscribers. Long form builds community. So that's the key. And then and a short. And everybody will say if you want to get my email, I'll love to talk to you about this stuff because I'm a talker about what to do on this. But
Adam is a talker for sure.
This is true. But if you'll make your shorts between 9 and 22 seconds, they'll do very well, and you'll pick up subscribers. But those subscribers who tend to go to those for your shorts don't necessarily translate over to your long form videos. They do. There's some in there, but there's a difference. But without a doubt, but you got your 1,000, so you're where you want to be, like they said, to get monetized. But your long form content, that's how you build community. What Troy and Laura does, and to some extent Matt from Whiskey Wisdom, they work. Adam can talk. This is true. They work for a living. You know, I do one thing. I do hunt videos, and when hunt videos dries up, I'll be a tumbleweed off in the weed. But they're doing advent calendars. They're doing reviews. They're doing these lives, which is a lot of work and fantastic. But they have a community. You know, the people who watch my hunt videos are very fickle. All they want to know is, and they'll even tell me, they'll say, "Stop talking. Show me the prices." I've been getting a lot of "you're ugly, lady." I can't tell you how many emails I've gotten. It's like, I hate that you showed your face because your voice does not match your face. And
Wait, what did your mama always tell you?
I have a face for radio, and she was right. She was right.
Well,
so, but
well, Adam, you stop at every mirror that you see in the store and say, "Hey, who's that good-looking guy?"
I know.
That's the problem.
I did that to be funny. I did it because people were being so mean in the comments. I was just like, man, they're going to give me an eating disorder. But yeah, but like I said, you're doing it right with what you're doing. You're building with your videos, you build community. But like I said, you're at your 1,000, and those guys will come. It slows down. The same thing, and I have another channel too, but it was the same thing. You'll hit this weird plateau for some reason, and it's like you don't feel like you're growing, but your community is getting stronger. Like especially, I do those premieres before my videos, and like it just fills up with all these people, and they want to chat and they want to talk. It makes me want to do a live. I've done one live, and it was terrifying. I have two lives. Well, I have 2 lives. I have done 2 lives. 2 was like in a parking lot, but all my friends were there, right? Everybody was there. I did one live where it was me by myself. I don't know that I'll ever do that again. I almost had a panic attack, and like I almost canceled it like 10 times. But I'm just like, I don't know that I could carry that every week. What Troy and Laura does, I can't imagine what you guys do. That, I mean, it stresses me out even thinking about trying to do what you guys do. You guys do fantastic work, but yeah.
No, I agree. No, I would, like, they asked me the question, would I ever think about doing a live? I said, no, it's too much work. It's just, you have to coordinate it. You have to do the live. You have to make sure you pay StreamYard. You have to do this. You have to make sure the tech is right.
The live is easy, right?
Yeah.
There's no editing.
But you point, Baker.
Well, I didn't think about that. The no editing. Oh, actually, that's
Whiskey Wars started doing.
Okay.
He started doing long form, and he switched to just live. He does all his reviews live.
So that way he doesn't have to edit.
No
anything.
edits.
He just pops on, does a review of a bottle, and then ends the live stream. And so it's it's not like a long live stream, but it is his review without having to edit. So it can be easier.
Sean from Whiskey Wars.
Oh, really? And well,
I was just talking to him last night for like 2-3 hours.
You guys talk about editing videos for 3 hours. I shoot and film the same day. I'll shoot that video. I will edit it in CapCut, and then I put it up. And you can tell because I don't have graphics. I don't have a lead in or anything. And I will drive to I do this on my lunch break, so it's done in 30 minutes. If I spent 3 hours on loading a video, I wouldn't do it. I couldn't stand doing 3 hours. I can't stand to see myself. I barely watch my videos because I can't stand to see myself. But to sit there and watch myself for 3 hours, no way. There's no way I could do it.
Adam, for the talking from the masses, we want to have another live. Okay, I really enjoyed your live. We'll make it a lot easier. You call on a lot of us. It'll be fun. I promise you. But you've got a personality. Just so you know, you've got a personality that people want to gravitate to.
I have a personality, but that's not necessarily a compliment. So.
No, it's a good thing. Hey, as a former retired banker, which Whiskey Bank's going to be at some point, I'm a retired banker. You've got to have a dream, got to have that focus, and you got to keep going with it. And Adam, you're doing a great job.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Yeah. Forget about all those the haters, because they're going to hate. What you got to do is you got to incorporate a little bit from everybody. You got to take off your shirt like RJ. You got to wear a beanie like Major, and you'll be set.
The only reason I wear this hat is because I don't want to be mistaken for Troy or Vic. And the shine on my head gets so much from the light.
Well, you'd be blinding people.
Victor's got that same barber.
Plus, you got that reflection on your head. You got to pay double for that because it's double image. Yeah.
Well, and also I wear this hat when I go into the stores. You know, I go to. You guys were talking about going to the same 5 stores. I go to the same. It's about 17 stores I go into and I try to rotate them out. I go through a rotation. I wear this hat, and as soon as they see a hat like it, they always go, "Oh, it's that guy." That's how they remember me because nobody really wears a flat cap. So that's what's got me starting wearing the flat cap. So that's why.
Okay, I've got a question for you, Adam. I'm sorry to take this over, but why aren't you in line for tomorrow?
Why am I what?
You're not in line for tomorrow.
So it almost killed me doing the other one, and it was cold and freezing. So I spent money. I'm going to be there tomorrow. I'm going to go tomorrow. My brother is a firefighter. He's getting off at 6. I'm going to go up there and probably wait 3 hours, but I'm not getting up there now. And I could get a package. I could get in the line to get a package. It might be almost reasonable. It might be.
Who knows what it's going to be? Yeah.
But I won't know when we get there. But there's going to be like a stag will be $72, which is fantastic for us. There'll be the Weller Foolproof supposedly is going to be $72, and so is the Weller 12.
72.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of what I want to do. I either want to get a Foolproof or a Weller 12 tomorrow. And there's no way I'm going to get a Pappy because I'm sure there's people already sitting in the parking lot. But I'm over 50. That's young man. That's kids that are sitting out there playing cornhole all night and drinking and don't have to do anything.
and starting fires.
Yeah, starting fires and my CFO has already told me no twice, and I'm gonna have to just kind of get up in the morning and go and hope I can sneak out of the house. So, but
we got to be like me. Our store, we're allowing a flower shop to move in next door. So the guys can go right next door, grab flowers, take it home after they buy their bourbon.
That's smart. But my wife
Roger, where's your store?
Wine and Cheese Place in St. Louis. We've got 6 stores in the St. Louis metropolitan area. Ours is in the Lampen Lantern Village. It's a beautiful little spot. Okay. The only empty space is where the flower shop's going to go, which is right next to us.
Is it your actual store? Like you own it, or you work?
No. I just work there. I'm a retired banker. They want.
Okay.
I was a customer for 20 years, and they said, "You're retired, right?" Oh, guess what? Come on.
Come work.
Come work. I'm a geek. I know all about wine and bourbon and a little bit about tequila, which the Lalo tequila that you see, Major Zero, buy it.
Yeah.
Buy it. I'm telling you, buy it. Because we can't get it in St. Louis.
It's probably
I can't do tequila.
It's what I'm going to buy, and I just have to. I spent my budget already for the month, so it'll probably be something I buy in January.
That's fine.
It's $45. That's a fair price for that bottle.
That is a great deal.
Stuff about it. Yeah, I hear a lot of good things about it.
Not to jump on the thing, but an additive-free tequila like that for $45 is an awesome deal. They just won't come to Missouri.
Yeah, that's Don Pablo's grandson, I think, is who.
It is. It is.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry.
Yeah, y'all can have the channel back. Sorry.
Bourbon channel. Sorry.
I didn't have a whole lot to say because Troy, like, wants to throw up every time there's like he smells tequila. So
I can't do tequila.
oh, the highest rye, that's a good one.
That's a fantastic pour.
Is a great bourbon. I
love it a lot.
I got both.
I don't think I've ever seen any Remus here at all. I don't think I've seen any Remus.
The Remus highest rye is so good.
Is it spearmint though? And you know, I think you put this in my head, Troy.
No, it's a bourbon. It's 51% corn, 49% rye.
And hold on, 39% regular rye, 10% malted rye. Which really makes a difference.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've had a real problem, and I think Troy put this in my head because he said something early on about, you know, I don't like the spearmint or I get the spearmint, and I was like, I
don't like it either.
Well, and then now the first thing I think when I put a rye in my mouth is it's going to be spearmint, and if I get spearmint, it kills me like instantly. I can't stand it, and it's like that. Ugh.
David, are you still with us?
Yeah,
that's the cool thing about.
Have you had the Remus highest rye yet?
No, I have not. That's one I know that I could pick up here, but one of those bottles I haven't been able to pick up yet or try. But, I heard it's good. Some people say it's not so good, so it's yeah, $50.
He definitely have to like rye.
So I was not a big fan of just the normal George Remus. I've not had any of the Remus single barrels, but we like the Gatsby, so you know it's enough to keep us kind of going down that line. But when the highest rye came out, I went and picked it up, and we were like super surprised. That's a tasty beverage.
Yeah.
Interesting. So yeah, no, I didn't. The regular Remus is crap. I think it's $35-$40 of just crap, and so I hated it. The single barrels, obviously they're single barrels, so some are good, some are okay, but they're actually worth it at $50. I think I would get a single barrel than the regular any day of the week. The Remus Repeal 6 was crap, and then 7 was okay.
We had 5 and 7. We missed 6 altogether.
That's good.
I think 7 was okay.
So.
I think I might like the highest rye more than the 7.
I think the highest rye for the price is better than the 7. So 7 was like $85, I think, and the highest rye was like $45-$50.
Yeah.
And for the price, the highest rye was better.
Okay.
Interesting. Chris Jenkins just gave me a sample of the Remus 7. I haven't tried it yet, but
it's good. It's good. So the Remus 7.
Fuck.
If you throw price and availability and everything else out the window, the Remus 7 was better than the highest rye. But when you take in price and availability and all that stuff, the highest rye kicks its ass.
Really?
What is that outfit on your dog? What was that?
It's a UPS outfit. I don't know why. My daughter just ran in here, was so excited, so I had to. So here, hand it back. So
RJ's home.
This is a UPS. This dog is not being happy.
That's so cute.
That is not a happy dog. So.
Why are you dressing
that
me
dog
like
is
this?
straight pissed.
Troy and Laura.
Yeah.
Have you guys tried any of Filmland Spirits?
No, their bottles are expensive, so I've never wanted to try them.
So, okay, hey, I'll add that to another list. I will give you guys a sample.
It seems expensive, but their bottles are really cool looking.
Yeah, they're awesome. I actually just went to McCallum and Sons today and met the owner, and they were
welcome back.
They were doing a tasting event today, so I tried all their stuff.
Nice.
It's pretty good.
Spoiler alert. If you're watching our Advent calendar, she's like giving me the stink eye here.
Uh-oh.
There is a round coming up very soon where we have 2 McCallum and Son single barrels pitted against each other.
So they definitely have. I love that store.
Those guys have great palates.
It was
and I trust anything that they would put out.
It was an Old Forester versus Russell's.
Okay, yeah. I asked if they had any Old Forester because I seen your guys' video talking about it, so I had to ask, and they didn't have me, but it was my first time in there, and I figured what better way to go in, see the store, and to try the whiskey and meet the
This
owner.
look she was giving me was evil.
So
crazy store though, right?
Yeah,
that's
I felt
amazing store.
We felt underdressed as well when we walked in, and we're, is this a liquor store? Should I be in here? I am not wearing fancy clothes. I feel like I should be in a dress or something.
There's no bottom shelf. It's just like amazing stuff in a great display.
Yeah, it's very fancy.
Cool.
I don't know that I will ever see another liquor store made the same way.
RJ, what are you pouring there?
This is actually a blend. It's Eagle Rare, Russell's 10, and Ancient Age 80 proof.
Okay.
Okay. What do you call it?
I don't. I just drink it.
It doesn't even have a name.
You got to put a name
reserve. How about we call it
spicy? So the Eagle Rare, the oakiness and the cherry's kind of spicy. The Russell's 10's more on the sweeter side to help level it out. But the oakiness comes forward on the Eagle Rare over the Russell's 10. So that's what the Ancient Age is for, is to help smooth it out.
How about we call it the Topless Texan?
Sure.
I like it.
Damn, that's pretty good.
You're got to be the only person with that blend.
I mean, honestly, I love that.
I'm writing it down now.
I'm not the only one with that blend because I sent a sample out to one of my subscribers that needed a bottle off of me. So he's getting like a sample pack. The sample pack is a bunch of my Infinity blends because I've got 4 of them sitting on my shelf to my left. I got the Poor Man's Pappies. I've got a high-end Buffalo Trace product lineup where that one's full of everything from stag, like batches like all the way from 18, 22A, 22B. I've got a smaller Infinity bottle that's like all low-end Buffalo Trace products. So got a few things going on, a couple projects.
Good for you, because we attempted like twice, and they were not as good as the original bottles, and so we thought it was like a waste of whiskey to.
Do you have one of those droppers? Because if you can make like just a single Glencairn of whatever you do think might taste good, then you can up the scale once you get the measurements correct.
Yeah, we just didn't try to. We just tried like an infinity bottle. Like we had like whenever we opened a good bottle,
we put so much good stuff in there. Like I think there was like 6 different Stag Juniors, and just like every hitter bottle we got through like our first couple years of collecting whiskey went into that infinity bottle, and I feel like I just threw that whiskey away.
I mean, it was good. It was still good, but it wasn't as good as the bottles before they went in.
Yeah,
well, it looks like the other Roger's got an infinity bottle that he would like to share.
Well, I got this is. I didn't want to do this tonight because Adam. It's a little sensitive subject, but this is the Poor Man's 4 Grain, which is Weller Special Reserve and Granddad 114 blended together. And as you can see, I love these little bottles of Jack Daniels.
Yep.
And they work great for the blends. And this one right here is going to be the Elijah Craig Toasted and Elijah Craig C923 blended together.
Okay.
That would probably be good. We've done.
It's really good.
We've done the Woodford Double Oaked mixed with the OGD 114, and that was good.
That was
really that's really good.
We did Wild Turkey Masters Keep Voyage mixed 50-50 with Wild Turkey Masters Keep Unforgotten.
That was better than both of them.
And it was the Forgotten Voyage.
That one was better than both the bottles.
That was so good.
I love it. The Forgotten Voyage. I love that.
We did that with Independent Joe. That was such a good pour.
I did. I got this bottle. It's the Aviation Gin, which is garbage. Which I had half the bottle and I poured it down because it tastes like bug spray. But I tried my hand at Infinity bottle. I was putting a little bit of everything in there, and it ended up tasting like Jack Daniel's banana to me. I don't know how. There's no Jack Daniel's in here, but you would probably like this. I should probably just send it to you. But
so the master distiller from Aviation Gin, Lee Medoff, is the master distiller for Bull Run Distilling in Portland, Oregon.
Yeah, he left there.
And he like left Aviation Gin to start this Bull Run Distilling. So if you like what he's doing, you should check out Bull Run. They do some great stuff.
I didn't like the gin.
He didn't like the gin, but
no, yeah, I like the bottle.
Gin is different than whiskey.
Yeah, and I cleaned it out really well. But like I said, it's funny. This tastes like Jack. You would think it was a Jack Daniel's, and there's no Jack Daniel's in here. It's like it's got a little bit of a lot of stuff. I should have bottle killed it with you guys. The next time, that's what I'll do.
Adam, you know what creates that banana?
The charcoal filtering.
The yeast.
Oh, it's the yeast.
The yeast. Old Forester picks it up. Same company. They have it a little bit, but Jack Daniel's uses that yeast profile that they use. And the guys that did Wilderness Trail formed that company that have the own Wilderness Trail. They sell the yeast to Jack Daniel's that makes their bourbon, and that's what adds a lot of that banana flavor to it.
I don't mind it. I don't, like the high proof Jack Daniel's stuff. I like that.
Oh yeah.
There's not the, I guess whatever the high proof cuts that banana off, but on the lower proof stuff, that synthetic or the Laffy Taffy, I don't like it.
You can pick it up big time, yeah.
It's very forward. So
yeah, it's that yeast profile.
So Adam, the Bull Run Distilling
looks like
this is their it's their American single malt. It is 8 years old and finished for 32 months in a Madeira cask.
Really good.
And it's so stinking good.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
And I know David don't like finished whiskeys or American single malts, but this is a good one.
Can you single yourself? I couldn't see it. I'm sorry.
Well, the label. Hold on. The label is really dark, so that doesn't.
I was going to say it looks like a Balcones. It looked like Balcones is what I thought it was.
It is Bull Run.
Yeah, I don't know that I've seen that. The Bull Run
out of Portland, Oregon.
They probably have
you won't get
the
it
normal one.
There's
you won't get it in Memphis.
I've seen one, an Oregon one, and I'll send it to you. I'll send this to you offline. I have an Oregon one here that I've seen at 2 different stores. It's got a white label that I've been meaning to ask you. I called you out on a video, but
it's just called what?
I got to get the name of it, but it's an Oregon one, and people have been asking me about it too, and I don't know if you've had it or not, but I'll send you a message later. So
you see the master pick down there where you're at, right?
I don't get the master pick where I'm at. No.
So that must be like Matt and Sean get the master pick where they're at.
Yeah,
that's out of Portland, Oregon. We never heard of it until they mentioned it in their videos.
Yeah, I don't think they sell it around here.
It's like 45 minutes from us, and we don't get it here.
Can you go to the distillery? I mean, could you go there?
I don't think they it sounded like, I don't know. I looked at their website and I couldn't figure out that they have like a location that people can go to. I'm not sure how their stuff works.
Matt and Sean, they hung the moon. More Matt than anybody else. So
yeah. I think maybe it's more like a club or something. They kind of just do their picks and then they must sell them. They must ship them then to the East Coast.
Some of their barrels only have like 40 bottles in it. It's their stuff is just crazy.
Victor, how's that Jack Daniel's rye, the single barrel proof?
Man, it is phenomenal.
Man, I've been looking at the bottle, man. I've been looking for it. Can't find it nowhere. I just tried the regular single barrel proof, and it was like, I was like, damn, this is Jack Daniel's? Like, what? Crazy.
Yeah, I've been looking for it everywhere, and I went into a store that was famous for being a museum, and they had it for $62.
Hey,
wow!
Got it.
Hell yeah. I'd get a couple of them for that price. Hey, speaking of Jack Daniels, Troy, I told Mark when I went bottle hunting with him on base, because I met up with him and met him, and we went bottle hunting at Fort Lewis, and I told him about your comment about the Jack Daniels bonded and the Frank Sinatra Select. Oh boy, was he was bummed out. He was like, "Man, for real, why'd you tell me that?" I'm like, "Well, hey, I had to let you know, like, what you're getting into. Like, the bottle that's way cheaper than supposedly the same."
And you know what? That's like hearsay from us as well, right? But we tested it, and I stand by the comment. If you take Jack Daniels bonded at 100 proof, and you put a couple drops of water in it and taste it next to a Sinatra Select, they're going to taste very, very similar.
That's mind blowing.
Sinatra Select comes in at 90.
You know, I had that. You guys sent me that sample, and I was super excited. I actually had it because I'd been at Jack Daniels and I had it there, and I was so disappointed. From that. I mean, I like the bonded so much better. I thought it was so much better.
Really?
And
yeah, I mean, Sinatra Select is a good pour, but the bonded, and we heard this from we heard it from another channel who toured Jack Daniels, and supposedly the tour guide told him it's the same barrels where they scrape out the inside of the barrel so it's like charred and uncharred staves. We heard it was the same barrels as the Sinatra, but at a higher proof. So the bonded, if you proof it down with a couple drops of water, is supposedly the same thing as Sinatra.
How much would you pay for a bottle of Sinatra knowing that?
Sinatra is probably a little under $200, maybe like.
I thought it was like 150.
Yeah, like 150.
Would you still pay that though if you know that you can just get the bonded and?
Oh God, no, not at all.
Yeah, okay.
No,
that's kind of what I was asking because like
it was a hard
his birthday bottles.
It was a hard buy prior to that.
Yeah, I could get it from for 149 to I've seen it from 149 to 229 here in Memphis, and I wouldn't pay any. I'd get the bonded all day long for that.
I can get one for 200 even, and I know it was like one of my buddy's birthday bottles, so I thought about getting him another one just for his birthday. But if I can do better than that, I'll probably opt for something different.
Yeah, I would. I definitely would not do that.
Yeah, at this point, I feel like it's more of a conversation piece if you like Frank Sinatra.
My first time ever having it, I accidentally mixed it with Dr. B, which is like H-E-B's Dr. Pepper, because I didn't know what it was. It was just a bottle sitting on the table, and I was at my buddy's house. That was when I was like underage, and I just poured some up and had a whiskey Coke. And my buddy came in and he's like, "What you drinking on?" And I said, "Oh, some whiskey Coke." And he's like, "Which bottle?" And I pointed at it. He punched me so hard in the arm and said, "Don't ever effing do that again." I'm so sorry, man. I didn't know. He's like, "Do you know how expensive that bottle is?" I'm like, "No, otherwise I wouldn't have done that."
So what do you
I do have another sample of the Sinatra that I can try, though. So I'll be trying a Sinatra sample to see what it's like drinking it neat instead of with some makeshift Dr. Pepper.
Do you guys see this out in your area?
Yeah. Old Port.
Old Potrero.
Old Portero.
San Francisco.
Yeah.
I don't know
out of
anything
San
about
Francisco.
Rye. What's the proof on that? Is that 122 proof? Is that right?
Oh no, 132 proof.
132 proof. Sorry, I'm trying to read the label.
It is a 100% malted rye, and we've got the store pick in our store this probably about 2 weeks ago, and I've converted a lot of people that said, "Oh, I don't like rye." They try this at 132 proof. You can't drink it the whole night. It can be your follow. It can be your end of the night drink.
That sounds like Twitter talk to me. But go ahead. So.
Oh, but it is really, really, really good.
This is the first bottle that turned me on to rye. This came from Buffalo, New York, from Bourbon School. The one
Bourbon School, right?
Yeah, I remember you didn't like that the first time you tried it.
I know, but now I love it. But this isn't your typical rye. It's not like a spicy rye. It's actually a very sweet rye.
That's pretty cool.
Try that Westland 6291.
I've never even heard of that.
I've never even seen
that. So Westland's out of
so
Seattle.
I've seen
right?
Westland, but I've never seen that.
That's out of Seattle.
Okay.
Yeah, they're local to Seattle. They're about 15-minute drive from my place. They do a pretty cool tour. You can go there and fill your own bottle.
What?
Totally want to do that tour.
I'm gonna have to check that out because I'm from Tacoma, so I'm only like 30 minutes away from Seattle.
I've liked everything I've had from them. Yeah, exactly.
Big Cat, they're single malts.
You know,
But they're damn good
I don't
single
even think I've tried a single malt at this point. Like I said, I'm new to whiskey. I've only been into it for like a year, so I'm still learning shit. I don't know a damn thing. You know, I'm still just figuring shit out, you know, as I go.
It's a screw cap, though. That's the only thing that sucks about the bottle.
You know what?
I like
It's a
screw caps.
fantastic single malt with that screw cap.
Yeah,
I love the screw
you know,
caps.
you know what's good about that screw cap? It's never the cork's not going to rot and fall in there,
Right?
Or something. You can hang that.
The bottles don't last that long, brother.
Yeah, there you go.
If you drink it quick, you don't have to worry about it. So,
Adam, this is to you, old granddad 114, brother.
soon,
Beautiful.
Within the next 2 weeks, I will have a hunt video where I have that and I will drink it. So,
If you don't, I'm driving down to Memphis with a bottle. I'm promising you
I'm
that.
surprised no one sent you any yet.
I was going to.
Dave Vogelstan sent me a sample. Dave Vogelstan sent me a sample of it, but I'm not gonna crack it until
he gets a bottle. Yeah.
Why would I send him a sample when he already has the bottle?
It's only gonna count. It only counts if I hunt and get the bottle myself. So that's
exactly.
For 35 bucks, dude, it's a banger all day. It's one of my favorites now. I've had like eight bottles since I tried it like 2-3 months ago.
Wine and Cheese Place, St. Louis, $26.99.
So the dagger goes like this, and then you twist it. That's what you do. All right, that's fine. I just understand.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Yeah, Roger, we're just in Washington, so prices are.
Oh, I know.
His $35 is because of tax.
Your taxes.
It's all tax.
20.
But it's funny because your bottles are also marked up in price too. Like the tax is brutal, but I see that the prices that you guys have in your area are also like $5 to $15 higher than here on top of the tax.
Yep.
Yeah,
Total Wine marked everything up.
The distributors
I paid 34 for early
well,
times.
so they start the prices up higher because there's tax before we get taxed. So they just all go to us.
Yep.
It's a tax that we don't see, but we still pay.
Taxation is theft. There, I said it. Sorry to be political.
At least on Fed. What are you talking about?
So said the Fed. So said the Fed. Right there. So
at least on the whiskey, we should have.
Fed is right.
So I think we are going to cut the live stream. So I just want to say thank you to everyone that's in chat and that's been here this whole time. We really appreciate it. And it looks like David stepped away, but I also want to thank everyone that subscribed to him and pushed him to over 1,000. That's awesome.
That's amazing, guys.
I was definitely one of those subscribers.
If you're one of our patrons or one of our channel friends, check your mailbox over the next few days. This is Porch Pirate season, but we've sent gifts out.
How do I become a friend? Do I gotta pay Patreon?
I mean that does help.
You want to join our Patreon, Big Cat, between now and the end of the year? I'll send you the same gift, buddy.
Okay.
Which would
Victor,
cost more than the Patreon
Victor, show him the
membership.
gift again.
I mean,
right above you, Big Cat. Look at that gift.
I see it. I see it. That's dope. Did you make it yourself, Troy?
I sure as hell did.
Hell yeah.
But that's the best part.
Is that a velvet bottle?
Hey, if I do get one, I want you to do me a favor and sign it for me.
I would gladly sign it for you, buddy.
Hey, but shout out to you guys. Laura, I've watched you since your Widow Jane Decadence video. I don't know,
video number one.
That was number one.
I don't know how far along
1 year ago today.
I once I found out you were from Washington, I'm like, yo, I don't care if this channel has no views. I'll be the old viewer. Let's go.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
And Jen, we will make sure to hydrate. Thanks for reminding everyone.
Jen, you're awesome. Thank you so much.
And we're going to cut the live stream.
Lifesaver.
So thank
Hydrating
you guys
right
all.
now, Jen.
Have a good night. Cheers.